Welcome to the Drunken Bear. Today we are going to Elizabeth Street. There are lots of people all the time, and of course there are plenty of things to do. Let's go.
Ooh, cheap pizza here.
Very cheap pizza here. We've never tried this pizza place, but look, 3 pizza for $5.50.
Okay, this place here, you've got escalators going up, and it's a good cheap pub. So if you're after like a good kind of bar, it's more of a pub feel. They've got a pool table, they've got really cheap cocktails. It's just a good cheap place to go out right in the beginning of Elizabeth Street. Cheap eats as well too. You got cheap pizza here as well. So they've got really good happy hour prices. So definitely check out Joint Bar.
We come to this bar called E55. They've got cheap pizzas and beers, and inside is really cozy because there are lots of couches, and also there's always 1 or 2 DJ playing music. Great place to chill. There's no more missing someone, and missing someone. There's no more. We're just passing Collins Street. Now we are heading to Burger Street. If you haven't seen the Burger Street video, then go check that out. It's the last video. If you feel like a burger, try Betty's Burger. We've tried it once. It was decent. I mean, it wasn't, to be honest, my favorite place, but you know, the pricing was quite decent. The vibe is good. Lots of options. Definitely check out Betty Burger out. Office work is the place to get any stationery stuff. So if you are after pens and notebooks or even copying, you should come here. For me, I printed a lot of my resume, and it was like 10 cents for one print. So it's a really good place if you are after like lots of prints and copies.
So this place behind me, Minotaur, I don't know if you can see that there with the big purple sign. Definitely go downstairs and check it out. It's a really good kind of pop culture comic book store, but also you get just regular books as well too. Toys, souvenirs, animation stuff, all that kind of stuff. It's a really fun store to just head down there and just window shop.
I love this store called TYPO. There are lots of creative looking notebooks or any other stationery. I mean, you can get them in office work, probably cheaper, but TYPO has really pretty designs. So if you're after any souvenirs, I recommend you to come here. Block Arcade building is very majestic. I love this place, how fancy it looks. There are 2 buildings like this in Melbourne. One is a Royal Arcade and Block Arcade.
What I love about Elizabeth Street too is that there's really cool buildings. So if you're into architecture, there's like buildings that's lined up. If you just look up, you'll see these really old school kind of buildings that you would see in cities like London and things like that. It's just really, really pretty. They've got their old names on it. It's just really, really cool, I reckon. So when you're passing by Little Collins, come just a bit further this way and I'll show you a cool little place. You can easily miss it. Chuckle Park is a good place, right in the middle of CBD. It's literally just off Elizabeth, and it's really cool to have some nice beers and a nice heated little courtyard place. You can also, there's like a food truck kind of thing out of the back, so you've got food out there too. It's a really cool spot in the CBD. Okay, besides the Block Arcade, there's also the Royal Arcade, which is right behind me. Another really cool spot to see some really cool inside architecture, really beautiful buildings, fancy kind of cafes, chocolate kind of places. It's just really, really lovely to take a wander through.
We girls always love to go shopping, and the famous cheap brand H&M is right in the middle of Bow Street and Elizabeth Street. So go shopping there if you're looking for something cheap. Or also they have a quite good style sometimes.
So at the intersection of Elizabeth Street and Little Bourke Street, you'll actually have a lot of electronic stores that are coming up too. So it's a good little section for electronics if you want to check out, like JB Hi-Fi, DigiDirect, all these camera stores and things like that. So it's a good area to check out some electronics. So just behind me here is Shanghai Street Dumplings. So if you like your dumplings, this is a really good place. There's always a line outside, and that's always a good sign for whenever you want to go into a good food place. And Little Ramen Bar, which is also right next to it. It's mentioned in many, many articles. They do really good ramen. What more can I say? Here we are walking down Elizabeth Street, and we're coming to, here on the left, Oriental Spoon. It's a good Korean place, this place. It's not so amazing, but it's pretty good for Korean, kind of cheap Korean food. But there is a place coming up right now, which is pretty good. It's called Pepper Lunch. And it's really cheap. It's not incredible food, but it's really good. I personally like it a lot. Here I've had like a hamburger steak. It's really, really yummy. I like it. This section of Elizabeth Street is pretty cool. You got Torasan Ramen, which is right next to me. They make a really good matcha beer. And also, of course, NeNe Chicken, which we love, Korean fried chicken, and it's right next to it as well too. So there's a lot of Asian restaurants in this side of Elizabeth Street as you walk towards the Vic markets. So you've got Asia Mart, so you've got the supermarkets on either side, but also you've got a lot of cheap Asian food over here on this side of the street. So in this section of the city, you've got a lot of different kind of cheap food over here, which you've got Malaysian food, Thai food, you've got ramen place, which we really love. And it's just a really good kind of part of the city. So we end our journey here all the way down Elizabeth Street at Vic Markets, and it's one of the most popular places in Melbourne. We've showed it a lot on our channel, so we'll put a link up here and down below so you can check out our Queen Victoria Market video. And another reason why we're here while it's dark is also to let you know that Vic Market can also be enjoyed in the dark on Wednesday nights for the winter night market. So that's a really cool night market here in Melbourne. Thanks for watching, everyone. We hope you enjoyed our walking tour of Elizabeth Street. We absolutely loved it. And also make sure to leave in the comments down below your favorite place on Elizabeth Street in Melbourne. If we've missed it along the way, let us know. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.